Welcome to Embrace Yourself. My name is Kim, and I'm a movement specialist passionate about joy, health, and happiness. I want each of us to discover our healthiest, happiest selves. But to do that, we have to get up and move. Now, today, in honor of the motto, New Year, Embrace You, embrace yourself right now in this moment with no shame or judgment, I'd like to ask each of you to begin a food journal. Now, I know a ton of people always say, I don't really want to know what's going inside my body. I want to check out from what I'm eating. But the reality is, if we want to be our healthiest, happiest self, we have to see how we're fueling our body. So it's up to you what format you choose. For many of you who are tech savvy, which obviously I'm not, I'm a fitness specialist, not a tech specialist, you may choose to use an online format, and that's wonderful. The only thing I want you to not be concerned with are the calories. A lot of the online food apps talk about the calories. Now, it is great to know how many calories are in a potential food item, but the reality is 100 calories of Oreos is entirely different from 100 calories of a healthy romaine salad. So let's not focus on that this week. Let's just focus on entering everything that goes into our body. Which brings me to the next point. When you food journal, you have to put the thing down the minute it goes into your mouth, not wait until the end of the day. Because why? Well, some of us tend to nip and graze throughout the day, and we'll forget those things. I want everything that goes into our body to be recorded. That includes any beverages, any candy, gum, anything. I want date, time of day, and then here's the kicker. 20 to 30 minutes later, I want you to notice how you feel. So again, for a food journal to work, we need to have the day, the time of day, what we're eating, and then here it is, 20 to 30 minutes after, how do you feel? Now, the reason that is so important, food is fuel. It's our energy resource. And a lot of us have disconnected from what we're putting into our body. What goes in is what comes out. And that's the most important thing. So I want us to start paying attention and noticing. You may even notice as you're eating something that histamines are starting, where you start feeling you're having an allergic reaction to something. But so many of us have checked out from our bodies that we have no idea what we're putting into it impacts how we feel later. So I want you to give this a try for 7 days. That's all I ask. And don't have any judgment. I'm looking to see what kind of patterns you're noticing in the food you put in. I've had some clients that really are looking for comfort, so they enjoy creamy things, maybe a lot of dairy, maybe a lot of sweets, because it helps them feel good in the moment. But then 30 minutes later, they're not feeling so hot. What we're doing is we're looking for how we're impacting our gut microbiome. And that's becoming a big buzzword, I hope, because our gut microbiome is the key to our health and happiness. The coolest thing I read recently is that we're about 20,000 cells human, but we're millions of cells organisms, bacteria. That is like the coolest thing ever. We're bacteria. I can't get over it. And the problem is that we're killing off some of the good gut microbiome, and that's creating these diseases, these illnesses. So for 1 week, I want you to try doing a food journal. Let's see how it goes. And again, don't have any judgment. I am not a diet girl. I can't stand diets because here's the reality. I diet for maybe 30 days. Maybe I do it for a year. But the minute I fall off of that diet, not only do I gain back the weight that I lost, but usually friends come along with it. It's not realistic and it's not doable in the long term. What I'm looking for is living a healthy lifestyle and making choices that feed and fuel my body that I can live with for my life. So I'm so excited for you to try a food journal, and let's see how it goes. 7 days, remember, you've got to do day, the time of day, what you put into your body, and then 20 to 30 minutes later, how you feel. I'm going to be so excited to see how this works for you. And then we'll start to look at things that maybe aren't the best fuel for our body and maybe just make one tiny shift that'll send our life cascading into health and happiness. Thanks so much for joining.